Okay, when I talk about area and perimeter, I'm talking about, first of all, it's measurement. And when I talk about perimeter, I'm talking about the distance around an object. When I talk about area, I'm talking about inside the object. There's two different formulas that you're going to need to learn. One is area. Area is length times width. And it's going to equal your answer squared. Because when you talk about area, you're talking about specific sizes of like maybe a square foot, a square yard. Okay, and it would be how many of that would need to take to fill the whole space. We're talking you add up all the sides. So I can say side plus side plus side, but we know that this is the width and this is the length. The length is how long it is, the width is how wide it is. So if I say perimeter, you just add up all the sides. What are some instances where I would need to know perimeter? When I need to know the perimeter of something. Okay, when you're making a garden. A what? Okay, good. Like a garden fence. If you want to put a fence up, you would need to know what this measurement was, this measurement, that measurement, and if you add them all together, then you'd be able to put a fence around the perimeter or the outside of the yard. Where would I use area? Okay, planting. Well, let's, you need to know how many you can plant in each row, don't you? When I bought a house and I needed carpet, do you think they came in and measured the perimeter or the area of my living room? They measure the area because the carpet fills the space, right? When they put up my privacy fence, did they measure the perimeter or the area?
Perimeter.
The perimeter, okay, because the fence goes around the perimeter. So, I have a shape, and this side is 24 feet. And this side is 10 feet. How would I figure out what the perimeter is?
What you do first is you do 24 times 2. And then you do 10 times 2. And then you add those up.
Okay, so the perimeter would be P equals 68, but would I be finished?
No.
What do I need to have?
The feet.
The feet needs to have a label, right? Because I don't know if it's 68 inches, 68 centimeters, yards. Okay, so we need to know. How would I solve this problem for area. And also, if you notice, if you're adding both lengths, you could do like she just did and multiply, right? Multiply length times 2, multiply width times 2, and then add them. But if you can't remember that, just add all the numbers together. So how would I find area? Area of this problem.
What you do is times 24 by 10. Oops. And then you take 24 would be your answer, except you square.
Okay. So 240, area equals 240 squared. And remember, anytime you multiply by a 10, you just take the two numbers and add a 0 onto it. If you multiply by 100, you take the two numbers, add 2 zeros, because 100 has 2 zeros in it. Okay, let's look at one that might be a little tricky. You seem to be catching on to this pretty quickly. Okay, the perimeter on this perimeter equals 22 inches. Who can figure out how I would find the missing measurement?
So to find the perimeter around the square, you do 5 times 2, and that is 10. And then you subtract 22 minus 10, and that is 12. And then 12 divided by 6 is 2. Or divided by 2 is 6. And then 2 times 6 is 12. And so on the sides is 6 inches.
Okay, so the missing side is 6 inches. And the way we check our work then is we're going to say 5 plus 5 equals 10. 6 plus 6 equals 12. 10 plus 12 is 22. Are we correct? Yep, perimeter equals 22. Perimeter equals 22. So to find the missing side, what you need to do is take the side that you already know, multiply it times 2, subtract it from the answer that you already have, the perimeter. That would give you the amount of both of these sides combined, and to find out what one side equals, you're going to divide it by 2.